This is the Gay Manifesto by Michael Swift, first published in Gay Community News, February 15th to the 21st in 1987. It is also reprinted in the Congressional Record. This is what it states. We shall sodomize your sons, emblems of your feeble masculinity, of your shallow dreams and vulgar lies. We shall seduce them in your schools, in your dormitories, in your gymnasiums, in your locker rooms, in your sports arenas, in your seminaries, in your youth groups, in your movie theater bathrooms, in your army bunkhouses, in your truck stops, in all your male clubs, in your House of Congress, whenever men are with men together. Your sons shall become our minions and do our biddings. They will be recast into our image. All laws banning homosexual activity will be revoked. Instead, legislation shall be passed which engenders love between men. All homosexuals stand together as brothers. We shall triumph only when we present a common face to the vicious heterosexual enemy. If you dare to cry faggot, it states, fairy, queer at us, we will stab you in your cowardly hearts and defile your dead, puny bodies. We will unmask the powerful homosexuals who masquerade as heterosexuals. You will be shocked and frightened when you find that your presidents and their sons, your industrialists, your senators, your mayors, your generals, your athletes, your film stars, your television personalities, your civic leaders, your priests, are not the safe, familiar heterosexual figures you assume them to be. We are everywhere. We have infiltrated your ranks. Be careful when you speak of homosexuals because we are always among you. We may be sitting across the desk from you. We may be sleeping in the same bed with you. All churches who condemn us will be closed. Our only gods are handsome young men. For us, too much is not enough. All males who insist on remaining stupidly heterosexual will be tried in homosexual courts of justice and will become invisible men. We shall rewrite history, history filled and debased with your heterosexual lies and distortions. We shall be victorious because we are filled with the ferocious bitterness of the oppressed who have been forced to play seemingly bit parts in your dumb heterosexual shows throughout the age. We too are capable of firing guns and manning the barricades of the ultimate revolution. Tremble, hetero swine, when we appear before you without our masks. Have you heard or read this article before? Why not?
President is a serious job.
Good evening, godless sodomites.
We're here to talk about the end of the world.
And anybody who believes that I am man, obviously is an idiot.
She's a man.
He's lying! Shut up! My mom said to me, you know, sweetheart, one day you should settle down and marry a rich man. And I said, Mom, I am a rich man.
Give me those.
You pricked my finger.
You're such a woman.
Well, you were the woman.
No, I'm the man.
Who am I?
I'm a tranny. I'm a man.
What surprised people about Jessica Alba?
I don't know. I always feel silly. I guess men do of going, as they say, in drag. But the history of theater shows that years ago in the Elizabethan times, I guess, all of the women's roles were played by men who put on women's clothes. So
It looked great on you. You look great in red.
Raquel Welch is the last of the great Hollywood goddesses.
Do you think you're sexy?
No. I don't find myself even the littlest bit sexy.
Really?
But I can pretend.
300,000 attended the extravagant March on Washington. Organizers resorted to full-page advertisements in gay publications to lure as many sympathizers as possible to the nation's capital. Hundreds of thousands of gays, lesbians, bisexuals, sadomasochists, and transgenders were attracted by the promise of a wild, 3-day sexually indulgent celebration. The purpose of the 1993 March on Washington, which was funded in part by the Presidential Inauguration Committee, was to publicize the wide-ranging platform homosexuals were demanding that Congress enact. There were 7 broad demands, encompassing 55 sub-demands for gays, lesbians, bisexuals, and transgenders. Demand number 1 repeals all sodomy laws and legalizes any and all forms of sexual expression. Age of consent laws would be changed to allow sex with youth, and dress code laws would be repealed, allowing all forms of dress or non-dress.
We want an end to the sodomy laws in this country because they have nothing to do with life or living.
I feel that they need to change the sodomy laws. This is what we're striving for, to change sodomy laws, to be able to show our sexuality in public.
It's wrong that we have laws in America that criminalize sexual behavior, things like the age of consent law and sodomy repeal, and we're going to see that those laws will fall.
Lowering the age limit may educate people and help people become more comfortable with themselves and allow them to grow.
In 1994, an underground film was released titled Chicken Hawk, Men Who Love Boys. The film documented the lives of certain members of NAMBLA, the North American Man-Boy Love Association. The word chicken hawk is a reference in the gay community to older men who prey upon underage children, boys in particular.
I have all my life been attracted to younger boys.
Where are the boys? Boys are everywhere. There's not one single place. There's the mall, the supermarket, the street, the sports event.
I can look out my window and see the school, and it's like Moses looking across to the promised land.
He kept making excuses to pull up his shirt and show me his belly in a highly flirtatious way.
In the underbelly of what's really happening in society, Mark, I believe a lot of these issues that you discuss, this one included, culturally we've become so myopic, so granular with the issue that's important to me today, that we've completely lost focus of the big picture, which is, this is the United States of America. This is the nation on planet Earth that's supposed to lead the way for life, liberty, and justice, for freedom. We are so far away as a nation from letting the big picture stand on its own, like the Constitution. Don't mess with stuff that brings equilibrium. And because sexual immorality in this country has gone so far to the point where now we'll call pedophilia as being called love is love. You have groups out there that diabolically oppose me. They're 100% against what I stand for, and that's the safety of our children, because it's